Yeah. How
Yes,
are you? Are you good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, up and down good.
Yeah. In and out.
In and out. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I've been um in many different places. Um, with Richard following me.
I love that. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
You know how you think that you're going to have a holiday,
Yeah.
and because you blame work for this and that, and you think you're going to have a holiday, but you have not the same problems. You just have different things that come up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Richard's still here, obviously.
Yeah. Wherever we go, we take me with us.
Yeah,
And me's the problem.
I know. I know. Yeah, I thoroughly see that.
That's great that you see that.
Yeah,
That's so cool that you see that.
yeah. So there's quite a bit of when I was feeling really caught up, as you said, to see what's actually happening,
Yeah.
just to look around and like what is
Yeah.
actually happening, and
Yeah.
it's like all this stuff was going on in my head, and none of that was actually happening.
Yeah. It's great doing a reality check.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like really, really cool. It helps. Like it just becomes really clear if you do that,
Mm,
that whatever you think is happening is completely imagined. It's just imagined. It's not kind of happening out here in the real world as such.
no, no, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by when I use that expression, sit in the box seat.
Hmm.
Because you can only be aware of that if you're sitting in the box seat. Yeah. Like that you went on holiday and Richard followed you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know that Richard followed you because you're now sitting in the box seat. You're now watching as such, or observing as such, or awareing as such.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
placing you're placing I was going to say you're placing yourself there, but that's the totally wrong terminology. But you're abiding there and watching from there. What happens, Richard, after a little while, if you just keep continuing to do that,
Hmm.
what happens after a little while is eventually what happens is you lose interest in watching Richard. You just lose interest. And then something magical happens, and you naturally, and it just happens, okay? So you can't make this happen, right? It just happens. And
Yeah.
then magically, what happens is the interest turns. It does a complete 180-degree turn,
Hmm.
and you start to become interested in that's sitting in the box seat. And it just happens. It literally just happens. But for that to happen is you becoming absolutely,
Disinterested.
yeah, but totally uh, um, aware of what you are not,
Hmm.
of what you're not. It
Yeah.
can't be. It can't be you. You're aware of it.
Yeah.
You're aware of the Richard that followed you along. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't be the Richard that followed you along.
Mm, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it does just it can get frustrating for the me because me wants something to do, and there's nothing to do when There's simply watching or observing. There's no doingness in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can kind of, you might experience moments of frustration and be thinking to yourself, yeah, what else do I need to do? Like, what am I missing? What, and you don't need to do anything, and I promise you, you're not missing a bloody thing. Nothing. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not. The whole idea, like in Hinduism, they call this what I'm referring to as neti neti, which just means coming to know what you are not. Not this. Not this. I'm not this. I'm not this. Not this. This. Coming to know what you're not.
Yeah.
Then you go through a process of observing what you're not. Eventually, you'll start to smile and laugh at what you're not. It's absurd, that we once lived inside of what we're not. You just see the absurdity of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then literally you just keep abiding as the watching, as the seeing, or as the awareing. Because that seeing, watching, or awareing can only take place in the present.
Mm.
Only.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what we're trying to do is to get one out of the imagined self and back here to the present.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by truly seeing with no doubt, there's just no doubt left. By truly seeing what you're not, you're left with what you are.
Yeah.
And there will just be a natural turning that happens. And it happens all by itself. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to be thinking about it. Nothing. Just keep coming to know absolutely what you are not.
Mm.
Yeah. And the only thing that can know what you are not is what you are. It's beautiful. Like it's beautiful. It really is quite magical how this works, and it's also it's funny eventually when you start to really see what you're not. You can't not but laugh, Richard. Yeah. So what you're experiencing at the moment is distance is being created
Mm-hmm.
between what you are and what you're not. And the more you can see what you're not, the more distance that gets created. And then eventually, like I said, it'll just turn. Yeah. That you'll just even I mean, even to say that this is a pointer when I say that, yeah, that it turns. But the beingness, if you like, becomes aware of the beingness. Or even that's not right because it sounds like there's two, but really all that happens is the illusory self drops, completely just drops, and what you're left with is what's always been there.
Mm.
Always. Never, ever, ever, ever gone anywhere. It's always been there. And it always will be there. It is there.